We're from the Kingsman tailor's shop in London. Maybe you've heard of us?
Today marks the beginning of a new age. Wait, I'm gonna show you. Say goodbye to the Kingsman.
Kind of got a bit of a save the world situation here.
Welcome to Statesman.
As your American cousins, we'll be working side by side.
Let's get started.
We've got brains, skills, skipping rope.
It's a lasso.
Whatever. It's very American.
Fuck yeah.
Manners maketh man.
Do you know what that means?
A proper spy movie. This was a big, bold, and absolutely bonkers follow-up. I was a massive fan of the first film back in 2015 and have been a supporter of Matthew Vaughn for the last several years, having seen his criminally underrated Layer Cake and the fantastic Kick-Ass movies as well. So when I heard that not only was this series getting a sequel, but that Vaughn would be returning to direct as well, I became instantly excited. Now, having seen the film, I can firmly say that it was totally worth the wait. But does this film live up to the original, or even surpass it? In my opinion, the answer is not quite, but it's still a great follow-up altogether. This doesn't quite reach the heights of the first movie, but then again, not many sequels have been able to. When it comes to sequels, this one definitely is in the good pile rather than the latter. I had a wicked fun time with this one. Everything I loved about the original is present here. The over-the-top violence, edgy humor, and awesome gadgets are all back in their R-rated glory. So let's break down this behemoth of a film, shall we? We'll start with performances. Everyone in this film is fully committed to their roles. There is not a bad performance in this. Egerton continues to be very strong as our main hero, Eggsy. Mark Strong is back as tech guy Merlin, and he is great once again. Colin Firth is also back, which is not a spoiler because he was in the initial trailers for this, as Eggsy's mentor, Harry, and it's an unexpected but very welcome return at that. Julianne Moore gives a completely unhinged performance as the villainous Poppy, and it's clear that she loved playing this character. She goes full-blown nuts with the role, and for me, it worked quite well. Other performances I thought stood out were Pedro Pascal's Whiskey and Channing Tatum's Tequila, despite having limited screen time regarding the latter. Lastly, I know some people have a problem with him, but I loved Elton John in this movie. I won't reveal what his role is for those who haven't seen it, but it provided some of the film's biggest laughs, and that's all I will say on that front. Moving on to the action sequences in CGI. Pretty perfect. The film has plenty to offer in this department. It opens with a white-knuckle brawl taking place during a visceral car chase through the streets of London. It not only felt like a terrific return to this colorful world, but also a thrilling opening to a movie in general. There's also a nostalgic and crowd-pleasing bar fight scene very reminiscent of the original, not to mention an awesome shootout in the mountains of Italy and a truly amazing final fight sequence in the Cambodian jungle that definitely felt like a callback to the church scene from the original. People who have seen it will know what I'm talking about. Only this time we finally get to see Eggsy and Harry fight alongside each other, which is quite incredible. Not to mention the CGI, which is blended fairly seamlessly in a film that has a lot of it. Moving on to the film's soundtrack. This film's music rivals the original. It's pretty damn good. Henry Jackman having scored the first film as well, and Matthew Matheson have created a soundtrack worthy of the film, to say the least. It was very, very strong. The second to last aspect I'd like to touch on is the movie cinematography. George Richmond, who also did the original film cinematography, does not disappoint in the slightest. Like its predecessor, this film is a visual marvel. All of the colors in this movie are bright, oversaturated, in a good way, and pretty beautiful. Hats off to Richmond for doing another bang-up job in this department. Now we're at the point in the review where I talk about my issues. After all, this is not a perfect movie, and few are. For starters, I did not like how they dealt with a character's death early on in the film. I didn't feel like they spent enough time on it. My next issue is that the film essentially has 4 villains. 4. That's too many, in my opinion, for one film. Another gripe I have is the underutilization of Channing Tatum, Jeff Bridges, and Halle Berry's characters. They're great when they're on screen, but it just isn't enough overall. The marketing made it look like they were going to have a lot more screen time, but that's just not the case here. My last issue with the film is its almost constant use of the F word. I originally thought this when I saw it. I kind of still stand by this complaint, but they use it very frequently in the movie, and I think they could have scaled it back a bit. It felt a bit excessive. It's a small nitpick, but, you know, it is what it is. Yes, the first film had the F word as well, but I felt like it was placed in scenes better. Here it just feels too much. But again, that's really a minor gripe. In conclusion, this sequel gave me almost everything I wanted it to. Great acting, wicked enjoyable action sequences, and lots of really cool new characters and gadgets. I do think it is a worthy follow-up overall, even if it doesn't reach the heights of the excellent original. I give Kingsman: The Golden Circle 4 out of 5 stars. Thank you so much for listening.